Welcome back to the channel. I'm Trey, and this is Trey the Cage, where every week we're breaking down UFC events and Contender Series. This week we're breaking down Contender Series Week 8. Let's hop right to it. Alright, and let's get right to it. First up, we got Paulo de Silva versus Rashad Vegabov. And this is going to be a Charles do Bronx prodigy versus a Khabib prodigy. We got a Shoot the Box versus Eagles MMA. We got a 360 dog on the right for De Silva. He's 23. Has a lot of submissions. Big submission artist, just like everybody from Shoot the Box. All of his wins are by submission or decision. Has no KO wins, which means that he probably throws pillows. Really big submission artist. All of them are on submission. Got knocked out in his first fight, which was 4 years ago. Go and look at all the people that he has beat. Not a lot of them have good records. There's one guy right here. He won by split decision in the LFA, which is decent. Yeah, big submission artist. We'll go over and look at Khabib's prodigy here, Rashid. This guy's a big favorite. Has a couple KOs, couple submissions, probably on someone's back, probably doing chain wrestling no matter non-stop. That's what they do over in Khabib camp. Beat somebody that's 23-6, 9-3, 5-3, 19-9, so has some pretty good competition that he's fought against. All of his losses are, well, this is by decision, and he got choked out one. Let's see, this guy's what? Guy that he lost to only has one loss. So 13-1 doesn't look like too bad of a loss. If you lost to somebody who's pretty good, I'm gonna personally go with Khabib's camp over Shoot the Box. I have seen that the De Silva guy has decent hands, puts his chin down, has a tendency to get rocked and get right back up, just like everybody in Shoot the Box. But I don't think that it's just going to be a stand and bang. If anything, I think Rashid probably can just chain wrestle him the whole time, be a Khabib on him for sure. And then next we got Demasek versus Curtis Campbell. We'll start on the right here. Senegal, African, pretty chiseled. 4 KOs, 4 submissions, 2 decision losses. Fought 3 times in 2025 already, so very active. Fought 4 times in 2024. This guy's really trying to step up the game, but sub, TKO, sub. He's fought mediocre. I don't know. When I look at people that fight out of Africa, I just have a hard time thinking that their training partners and their gyms are up to par to other people like Curtis Campbell over here, who's fighting out of the MMA Academy in Liverpool. I don't think that that's not where Paddy Pimblett and them fight, but I do think that's, he could get access to people that are in the UFC pretty easily, being over in Liverpool, where there's a lot of people that are active in MMA and UFC. This guy has a lot of fights in the FCC. He has a picture of a championship belt in FCC, so he's won a title there. 7-2, 7-3, 5-0, 5-0, 4-0, 9-1. Looks like he's fought against a lot of good competition. So that right there alone is probably enough for me to be like, yeah, more experience, better gym. He is really, really young, but he's a minus 480 favorite. People like him too. I don't see why they don't. I would pick Curtis Campbell all day as well. Up next, we got Christopher Alvarez versus Kabunza. This Kabunza guy is a minus 295 favorite, and that picture right there probably tells you why. He is an absolute stud, looks huge. All of his wins besides one by KO, so absolute crazy power in his hand. Round 1, round 1, round 1, round 3, round 1, round 1. This guy was lost decision, never been finished. Looks like he's got crazy power in his hands. He is fighting out of Samba Fight Club. A lot of A lot of people in Samba Fight Club, so could be getting some decent looks. I don't recognize anybody off the name here. If they're this guy fights in the PFL, so probably decent guy to fight against and train against. And we will go take a peek at Christopher. Fights out of the Goat Shed. That is the gym in Florida. Gillian Robertson and company and a couple other people I've seen on there that fight out of there. He looks like he has fought in one person, 8-4, 16-8. It's not bad. Let's take a look at this guy. See. Yeah, so he beat somebody that is absolutely trash. He's lost 5 fights in a row. I'm going to have a hard time picking this guy as well, considering the other guy is absolutely stacked. He's a minus 295 and has knocked everybody out in the first round. I'm saying he's probably going to knock this guy out in the first round as well and get into the UFC pretty easily. Up next, we got Louis Jourdain, who is Charles Jourdain's brother. Charles Jourdain is in the UFC, or was in the UFC. He's not very good, but has had a couple good wins here and there. And we got Mingo Diaz on the other side. This is a fighting nerd, so he's fighting with really good people, you know, who's in the fighting nerd camp. Don't have to tell you about Kyle Brahal and everybody else that fights over there. Rufy and everybody else. So this guy has some quality wins here. He's got a 3-0 and 7-1. Everybody else never really fought. He did get subbed out already, so that's kind of alarming. Got a doctor stoppage, got a first round KO, got a sub. Looks like he's only fought one time in 2025, one time in 2024, so not too active, but he is fighting with the fighting nerds, so training with the fighting nerds, so he's in. And then we'll go to Louis Jourdain, Brazilian top team Canada. This is the same gym that his brother also trains at, obviously. 12-3, pretty good win. Let's see if this guy's any good. Decent. Looks decent. 7-4, 7-5, 9-3. Did a couple boxing matches, it looks like. Lost one of those. Got subbed up. Yeah, so the fact that he's getting subbed up and he's going against somebody who's in the fighting nerds means that they're going to, you know, they're very good with just the weirdest takedowns and trips and stuff like that. So I'm going to go Mingo Diaz on that. And it's probably going to be easy for him, to be honest. And then up last here, we got Victor Costa versus Damian. We will start over here with Costa, who is this is a pick'em. Damian's a slight favorite, but we will see exactly why here. Looks like he has a belt in the JFC. Has gotten knocked out as a pro by Cesar Almeida, who is in the UFC. So that means when he did go against good competition, he got knocked out. 2-7, 4-2, 5-1, 4-2, 9-1. I mean, honestly, not bad competition that he's gone against, but he has lost. And he lost 2 in a row. This is 19, 20, 21. Hasn't lost since 2021, so. Has 1 in the LFA. Doesn't look too bad to me. 6'2", pretty big. He last fought in 205, so he's coming down, it looks like. They're fighting in middleweight. Wait, this one, what are they fighting in? One's a middleweight and one's a light heavyweight. I wonder, how do we see what weight they're fighting at? They're fighting at 185. Okay, so this guy is cutting weight, coming down. And on the other hand, Damian has 6 KOs, 1 submission, got DQ'd in a fight. First round, second round, got illegal kick in the first round, Darce choke, first round. So this guy's a finisher. This guy is a finisher. 3-fight win streak. Fights out of Nova in Brazil. Holy hell, they have a lot of people in their camp. So he's probably getting a lot of good looks from all these guys. There's a lot of people over there. He's pretty big. His only loss is because he got DQ'd, so he's never been finished. I'm gonna go Damian on this. All first round finishes. Even has some submission in his game. I think Damian looks like the pick for me. So that's my breakdown. Like I said, it's very hard to find YouTube clips or any videos of any of these guys in the Contender Series because they're amateurs trying to become pros. So I just like to use Tapeology, break down what I can see, where they've lost, who they fight with, where they train out of, and give my thoughts and feedback on it. So I'm going Damian here. Has a lot of first round finishes. Looks pretty dangerous on the feet. The Jourdain brothers in general. I don't know if it's older or younger. Probably older. This guy looks really young. So Charles Jourdain in the UFC. He had a couple good wins. Wasn't bad. Had decent stand up. Mingo Diaz is a fighting nerd. Luis Jourdain has a problem fighting against people. He's gotten subbed up 2 or 3 times. And Mingo Diaz fights with the fighting nerds. And they're submission artists, stand-up artists over there. I have a hard time thinking that he's not going to be prepared. So we'll go Mingo. And then we got Christopher versus Cabanza. Cabanza looks like an absolute unit. A little small Francis Ngannou, if you will. So lots of first-round knockouts. Let me look one more time. Christopher also has a lot of knockouts, so this could just be a pick'em, honestly. And like I said, I looked them all up, couldn't find anything. This guy looks like an absolute terror. He's a minus. He's not a pick'em. He's a minus 295. So we got Curtis Campbell. He is a FCC champion. Really young, prodigy, has fought against some decent people already. People that are 5-0 and have O's on their name, 5-0, 7-0, whatever. Demba 6. He just doesn't. He hasn't fought very good competition, in my opinion, based off these. And he has lost 2 decisions already. So training in Africa, I just don't. I mean, unless he's over there with Francis Ngannou himself, I don't know how many people are over in Senegal, how good their MMA stuff is. And then we got a Khabib versus Charles Dubronx. So Eagle MMA versus a Shoot the Box. And I like Shoot the Box, and I obviously like Khabib as well. I think it's going to be a chain wrestler versus somebody who has never knocked out anybody and only goes for submissions. So with that being said, I'm sure they are aware that this guy's a submission artist and has all wins by submission, and this guy's a chain wrestler. So wrestling over jiu-jitsu, in my opinion. So that's the breakdown. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Big UFC card, UFC 320 this weekend. We'll be breaking that down in a few days. I'll have the video up for you guys. Thanks for watching.